Welcome to Funeral Fridays with Harmony, and today I am going to touch on the topic of wills writing. As some of you would have already know, I am a licensed estate planner, and today I'm going to debunk one of the widely held misconception, that is, only rich people need to have a will. It is absolutely not true, and in my line of work, in the death trade, I've seen for myself how passing on without a will have complicated things a lot for the surviving family members. It is not uncommon. After all, money is a very sensitive topic even amongst family members. Give you an example. State for instance, if you die without a will, according to the Interstate Succession Act, because if you die without a will, your estate, after all the debts has been paid out, will be distributed to your spouse and your surviving parent in equal proportion. So 50% to your spouse and 50% to the surviving parent if you do not have an issue, meaning if you do not have any children. However, what if your spouse happened to be a very self-sufficient person who is able to provide for himself or herself? So compared to your elderly parent who might actually need more help financially, especially when he or she might be getting older in her years and might need more support, would you really want your estate, your entire estate, meaning your monies in the banks, your shares if you have any, as well as your property or car, whatever you own, to be distributed equally in half to your spouse and half to your parent? I guess probably for me, I wouldn't think so, but I'm not sure about you guys. How about another instance where, say for example, you do pass away, but you are actually divorced. You were divorced and then you remarried. So if you pass away without a will, things can get very tricky because assuming that you have children, you have no more surviving parents, and you have a current spouse and your previous spouse. So what happens is, according to the Interstate Succession Act, 50% of your estate would be given to your current spouse. However, 50% of your estate will be distributed amongst all the surviving children that you have, including children from your previous marriage. So do take note that, you know, when you do have a divorce, it doesn't revoke any will because the law assumes that you still want to provide for your family. However, if you do remarry, if you marry, okay, it automatically revokes a will. So that is something that a lot of people are not aware of, and when they do pass away in such an unfortunate situation, unexpectedly, it can make the whole situation very difficult for the surviving family members, be it for your current family or family that you have formed with your previous spouse. So always remember to revise your will once in a while to make sure that it's relevant and up to date, and also to see if there's a need to rewrite a will whenever you do remarry. The main things that I would like to say why it is important to plan in advance and to have your will written before it is too late are two main things. Firstly, of course, you would want your entire estate after you pass away to be distributed to the rightful beneficiary you want in the right proportions that you actually want. It allows your assets to be distributed according to your wishes and not according to the Interstate Succession Act. So you can actually take into account a lot of other factors, a lot of considerations. For example, if a certain child that you have requires more support, be it because maybe it could be situations where maybe he or she has learning difficulties, and probably you presume that he or she might need more help or support in the future, you might want to bequeath a larger sum of money to him or her. So this is also another situation that you can consider. So the second point to have a will written in advance, of course, is that it speeds up process post-death. If you do not have a will, it means that the family members, the surviving family members, would have to go to the either the public trustee office or a law firm to have a letter of administration, and that is also after they have unanimously agreed on who is the administrator of your asset. And this also means that it takes a longer processing time because of course the lawyers or the public trustee office would then have to find out whether you have any bank accounts with whichever banks and whatever insurance policies with whichever companies. So there are a lot more documents that they need to prepare. It's also slightly more expensive compared to a grant of probate. A grant of probate is actually a legal document you go and have it done up at a law firm after a person passes away, if the person passes on with a will. So with a grant of probate, things get actually speed up because the assets also get distributed a lot faster. Probably faster by about 2 months. 2 months to you might sound like a very short time, but 2 months is about 60 days, and in 60 days a lot of things can be done as well. And of course, I am guessing most people would want to get this settled as soon as they can, as fast as they can, because they also want to have this at the back of their mind. And always remember, even though you guys are family members, okay, money is always a sensitive topic, and we do not want it to be a point of contention, especially after you pass away. We want it to be distributed according to how you want it to be distributed, according to your wishes, and we want the whole family to be still united even in your absence. And I think that is also something that you would want for your family also. So do remember that if you need any help with regards to estate planning, you can always find us for more information or for a non-obligatory advice session, consultation session. So no worries, even if I do go down to speak to you or discuss to you with regards to your funeral plans for you or your family members, you can also ask me any questions if you do have any. So thank you for watching Funeral Fridays with Harmony. I hope this session has been informational. If not, it has been educational for you guys. Thank you and have a good day. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.